Okay, so here we are, the start of our Colt CZCT video, which is a convertible Mitsubishi Colt. It's quite nice inside here. I've got a few bits and bobs to do. I've got to put some trims back on. Whilst the battery was dead, because it's been sat on my driveway for a little while, I managed to start it first time using my little Blue Point jump pack, which is there. So yeah, so here she is. This is it. We're basically we're going to actually drive it to the garage and top up the tyres and leave it running for a while now. So it's like I don't know what time it is, maybe 1 o'clock. So we're going to get is it 1 o'clock? No, it can't be. But yeah, we're going to leave it running. Hopefully the battery's going to charge up whilst I'm doing that. I'm not going to put the roof down or anything like that, or put the lights on or the stereo on. I'm just going to let it charge up, put some air in the tyres, and then hopefully things like, because it's electronic power steering, so it needs a decent charge in there to make sure that's all going to work properly. But here we go. This is the start. So there she is. I've got to dust off the brakes. It's been sat a little while. So dust the brakes off, make sure we've got air in the tyres, check fluids, etc. See what petrol's in there, to be fair. I bet that's been in there a while. But it'll be the old stuff, so it'll still be all right. I believe you can't leave the new stuff, the E10, in the tank very long. But then a bit of a clean, maybe. Well, I have arrived to get some air in the tyres, and the brakes do need dusted off. They're a little bit wop. So we'll get them dusted off. That noise that's beeping in the background indicates I've not got my seatbelt on, but I am stationary. So let's get some air in the tyres, give the brakes a bit of a dust off, and then go and take some photos. Okay, quick note to self. These are a full set of Cooper Xeon CS8 tyres, which I've not heard of before. So perhaps someone can tell me whether these are a budget or what kind of tyres they are. They all seem to be pretty new, so that's a good start for a daily. I've put 33 psi in these, and I'll get comfortable with what tyre pressures I want. But for now, yeah, so Cooper Xeon CS8. That could be a C58, but let me know. Okay, so once again, boys and girls, we have filled up with a tank of fuel. Now I've used super unleaded, because that's what this car has always been run on, and why change that? So super unleaded. I've reset the trip computer, so we shall see what miles we have attained by the time the fuel light comes back on again. So we shall see what sort of miles per gallon we're getting. Now I'm expecting to get between sort of, at a guess, between sort of 35 and 45 miles per gallon. So we're going to have a go, and we're going to eco-haul it a little bit when we can, and we're going to have a play also when we can. So a bit of a combined driving, and we'll see how we get on. And here is me in the interior of the car. I think I suit it, I'm not sure, but we've got ourselves some heated part leather seats. Now that's going to be lovely in the winter. And maybe I'll still be daily in this in the winter. I'm going to attempt to get the roof down at some point today, but I'd like to charge the battery up first. There's really not any rear seats. I mean, they are rear seats, as you can tell, but they're not particularly adult friendly. So we've got some bits and bobs and some extras, as you can see, which is for when the roof is down. It's a nice, like I say, it's a nice car. It's just done 216,000 miles, but it's been extremely well looked after. And like Richard always says at work, you can have a high mileage car if it's been looked after. You'd be better off with this one than a 50,000 mile car that's had its head kicked in everywhere it went, and the maintenance wasn't done on time. But this one was. So I think this might be a candidate for 300,000 miles. I don't know whether, I mean, that's going to take me a while to do, but we shall see. We shall see. We'll just see how it goes, and we'll see. And if we have an engine issue at any point, then we'll put something nice in there. But I'm sort of thinking that I'm not sure whether there's many that have got to 300,000 miles. Certainly not documented. So maybe we should do that. Let me know in the comments below. Do you want us to really push the boat out with this car, or are you more interested in what they could do as a daily? The jury's out, so I'm going to have a good think about that and see. I'm looking forward to listening to some tunes on the Alpine CD player. Now, I believe it's got a Bluetooth module in here as well, so that's going to help me connect to my phone. It might not connect to the phone that I'm using at the moment, which is my iPhone, but I do have an older iPhone that I use for my Spotify on my FED2, so maybe it will be the same principle that I'll be using that one for my tunes, but we shall see. It's a good stereo. I had one of the original Alpine iPod head units in my CZC, in my grey CZT when it was new, so I do like this style of stereo. As per usual, I'm going to get one of my favourites in there. What's your favourite, if you're watching and you're interested, what is your favourite smell in car, apart from farts and 99 RON fuel? Mine is the vanilla little tree, so I'm going to hang this up in a moment. Oh, forget how overpowering the vanilla essence is on one of these. I don't think you're supposed to just whack it out the packet and hang it up, but the car smells fantastic, even though I know I'm going to get a headache from that. Well, as you can appreciate, this car has been sat for a while, so it is filthy. So the first thing I'm going to do is give it a clean, but kill two birds with one stone. And I'm not simply being lazy here, but I've decided there's no better way to check whether the roof is leaking than to put it through this car wash. So it's a convertible, it's an old car. Let's see whether it actually leaks. Well, so far so good, but we've only had a bit of a spray. If it's going to leak, it'll be from the rear quarters, I think. We shall find out in a moment. Well, that's a good start. Yes, a good start. It does appear to be watertight, which is fantastic. Which is all you really need, isn't it, in a car? So yeah, I'm happy with that. It's definitely getting the debris off. Bits of tree and bits of twig, but yes, a good start, because it is watertight, which is a worry, isn't it, when you buy a convertible. So here she is in a familiar setting. Yeah, and driving it, it's like an old shoe. Everything fits, you know, you're used to it. I've put so many miles into Colts, and it drives really, really well, and the fan cuts in as it should. Yeah, seems to be a good basis, a good start for a daily project. And there's a few little things that I already want to tidy up, like the number plate bolts, which are weeping rust onto the number plate, and things like that. But generally, it's in good nick. Okay, so everything works, and its maiden voyage seemed to impress me. So I'm now going to attempt to put the roof back up. Let's see how we get on with that. Seems to be working all right. so no leaks and the roof works. I think that means that's up. So we bring the windows up. Job done. And we use these little things up here, and they shut it. So there we go. So that is my daily. That's my new daily. And I'm going to be making my videos in this, and I'm going to be going for my drives in this. Maybe with the roof down, maybe with the roof up. We've got British weather, so we'll find out, won't we? I guess. But yeah, okay. So I'm going to tidy it up. So if you've got any comments or suggestions about this car, please let me know. If you've got one of these, I want to hear from you. I want to know what mods you've made to your CZC. Whether it's turbo or whether it's naturally aspirated, let me know. Lots of parts are interchangeable. I've got a wealth of spares for these already. So yeah, so if you've got one of these, let me know, speak to me, drop me a comment, give me a thumbs up, and I'll continue to make content. I'm going to let you know on the next video, hopefully, what my sort of miles per gallon are like. Maybe we'll get it on the dyno. Yeah, I think we'll get it on the dyno. We'll see what she's putting out. It's been a while since it's been on a dyno at Dynodaze, so hopefully everything is still going well. A good service, perhaps. What I will do is I will speak to the old owner, Brian, and see when the last time he serviced it was. It might have been due when I bought it. So if he says it was done weeks before I bought it, then I'll probably leave it as a daily. But as it's mine, maybe I'll stick a new set of spark plugs in it, get some decent oil in it, yeah, and basically give it the once over. Yeah, well, thanks guys, thanks for sticking around to the end of the video. Like and subscribe and all that jazz, and like I say, you got any questions, give me a shout. Speak soon. I forgot it had that. Maybe one of the reasons it's still on its original turbo.